It's a nice, pleasant morning here. We are in Headingley. It's Leeds. It's home to some of the greats. Hutton, Truman, Boycott. So what have you decided?
Yeah, we're going to have a bowl.
It's a tough challenge this for any opener, isn't it?
Asvi Jaiswal as well in the England Jaiswal LBW with a... Isn't he? England saw a fair bit of. Jaiswal showed all.
There wasn't a game where he had gone after that. Love. You come to England.
Yeah, this will be the challenge on the first morning of a test match in England. There's so much here at Headingley, but those rush the surface of the pitch. Those
like what Ravi Shastri had to say.
Underway with a thick boundary, so the first over done and done. Particularly tends to strike a hugely important player.
Today, as we sit here,
relatively new coach in Gautam Gambhir, but a couple of days ago.
Something that he was not comfortable with, but adapted quickly.
Yes. Responsibility of leading his country, please.
Between the
length in the first four balls, India captain, than there was hope, but no great expectation. You can get the batters playing. This ground here at Headingley, it means that the players here ahead of the test match have to practice. Then you're in the stride in advancing a little bit at Woach too. Full yet Headingley, but it is a sellout. So good with a massive crowd. Ace
into the venue.
Length, which Woakes won't mind. That's what he's net flush by the young.
For a lot of the people watching throughout the season.
Tempting Jaiswal to see whether he wants. That's what you look at, the batter into the drives in that arc between keeper and gut.
Fuller is tempted into that coverless heads. Again. First, or rather the second game, India, KL Rahul will be looking for.
That's the he looks such a good player in that.
But he's actually national change. A team that could lead has probably played ahead of him. Go to a foreign shore without KL Rahul.
It was full and wide and asking for, but was much more so far.
Gadgets. One of the recent 38% moisture on this pitch. 35 by the time.
Well, I asked if you win the toss, he called for the number of runs in the goal this time. It's an eye-catchingly good rhythm in that. I'll complain about crowded schedule.
Stronger. He's definitely worked.
Scene thing. Swing to KL Rahul. 15 for none. Slip in place. Duck it as.
It's a good field that puts pressure on Yashas.
We've already seen KL Rahul between the gully and line of the pond.
Width. For KL Rahul is.
Yeah, twice it's gone in the. To Jacob Bethel after that.
The one good thing though.
Played defensively this time off a thick outside edge, but played
away. The one thing that coming in front. We saw that a bit in the World Test Championship.
In the World Test Championship final because of. And it was a great
Test match. South Africa worthy winners. Test Championship seriously because there'll be so much play that he doesn't understand the table at times.
It's good into Jaiswal. It was doing too much. He was looking to drive that. The fielding near the boundary. Solid defensive shot from Jaiswal.
Tell you, he's itching to play that cover.
Ball is just... Yeah, 18th over for the lacquer to come off. KL Rahul, because he plays it
Series for him this. If he gets in. Well played, lad.
the word to tongue. Get loose. Of a length. KL Rahul. Well, left on.
When they've left, this is a good toss to lose. They would have fielded to see that first star through.
Played him.
Yep.
Just Wokes looked at him. What did you make of the Indian team when announced?
One would have hoped for. Thing is they don't poke around. Off stump in the middle of the good start in the LB.
Goes Gordon.
That's what I mean. The Indian team came here at least 3 weeks ago. Had a lot of time for preparation.
Oh wow, that one right in the ribs, a rib tick. Josh Tongue first.
Tall man.
Got to land it first, because getting up, this one's got a good carry.
Moisture and the groundsman might have been at surface. So
that was sat on that.
should be ready for this defensive mindset where
On India. Headingley, you try and go a bit.
well, that's the shot of the execution here. Good stroke. Meeting point.
Open the blade and go with the swing. So he drags in. Out of all the grounds, Test goes back of
Massive in this series where the ball batsman driving you through mid off and mid. He treats it on merit. Opportunity for a lot of players now that there's
to Jaiswal. First
to play more often than not. The ball.
and it surely, even though it was full.
Remember, he's bowling around the wicket.
Original decision is not out. Your screen signal now.
Then you would trust a few.
Huge half volley. This was changed over the years. It does a bit on the first. Oh, just watch the replay and admire.
Wait, the balance. Two glorious covers.
Drive on the offside. Just explain to youngsters. Another for England's captain. It's for their shots. 49 without loss.
Oh, just look how quick of how hard it is under the feet, and just has been some movement in the air. Here at Headingley, it is about getting crucial thing here, particularly.
So you're trying to... You want...
No doubt that's his preferred end.
Not that one, but the first draws you into the shot. Edge. A tempter from Stokes as he threw it up. Loss.
First morning of a huge down the ground for 4, you want to settle.
Had review earlier to burn one, just got...
Oh, gut feel to get in Joshua's head. Maybe.
Now he's down quite spot on from Tong. Captain, when you've won the toss and bowled.
Bought an extra pressure, what you tell yourself, but when you... if it's done nothing.
But it wasn't an obvious decision what...
It does get better to bat you calls.
Years ago at the toss. Well, yeah, and Ingle will be batting.
Conditions in within an hour. Yeah, although Joshua's actually tried over the wicket, bowler to left-hander.
Does it matter?
I think
Piers has just given me a stat about bowling.
stat is skewed in that way.
Into the other one I remember from him.
First one, which is stats driven as much as
about history of the ground or of that over 77, 251 in that test match win. Apologise to his skipper from KL Rahul, and the confidence and
really what enjoyed watching Cat flowing through gully and he's left the ball. There has been a
it's that balance between risk.
Doesn't get drawn into playing at that ball move.
They're starting to
Looks stressed as usual.
we saw one of the
Positioned at leg slip and a forward.
just fractionally too close.
It's on it. Really be precise in laying the bat.
Point needed to, because it would have been a 4. Applause from the crowd and his teammates. For us.
The one outside off.
Exactly as you have just. Now we're seeing it from Jaiswal as well.
Drives through the offside.
Out. It's a good delivery this morning, KL Rahul. Vikas.
Full length and finally tempted. It just went away from him in the end. And rather a stat. Rahul goes for a
Cap number 3-1.
Absolutely a delivery you do not.
Sounded on this ground.
How important this is.
Well, it's Stokes. They're on strike, on debut. He
Taken to the pavilion. Just hangs the bat out there. Long reach to pouch that one down. His lunch.
as it started well and deciding to have a bowl first. Pressure on India.
In terms of Stokes finding a little bit of...
Buoyed by those 2 wickets of his over, he got it
to Gill. Swing to Shubman with the kookaburra, or
yeah, I think with the Dukes as a bowling attack, you're right on it.
bring Shubman Gill.
Ben Stokes was backing up but was charging.
Armpit of the left.
Yeah, that's the advantage of a
98 for 2. 30 plus degrees for
who I may add is our least fashionable. I'm sure there'll be some league cricket
targeting that. Feet aren't quite swoop from Spider Cam there. At least carded to come in at number. Nice tidy maiden from it was for Ting at the moment.
towards you.
Kind of giving 105 for 2. Nasser
To set him up with the in-swing. If you look at it,
I mean, those stats. He gets in, he's feel comfortable. I think early doors with. That's a really good point on.
and I think Stokes has that instinct. Coaches to provide.
You have to get it right when you go for an England.
Mysterious art. Brush tongue from back. Very excited Stuart Broad as a no ball by.
I had a big appeal.
I know you like to review, but futility. Another no ball from Cut.
You know, you get your review back if it's a no baller. Not even turning round. No one.
Well, dot ball finishes along,
Yeah, it feels.
and they very nearly were. Softly in the end.
Wobble seam delivery, maybe beautifully. Cost you 4, but there wasn't a huge amount of.
Talking about the in-swinger to Gill, ability to swing the ball away could start. Fine stroke.
That little shuffle from Shubman Gill. Wokes goes into length, so he panics.
Dreamy clip off that he gets in. That attack.
Example of batting. And then the next ball.
For 2. Interesting to see. Oh.
.4 overs gone.
Yeah, Shoaib Bashir. Ben Stone coming up very shortly, you feel that. Very comfortable partnership. 36 from...
Shubman Gill with a man at...
A couple of tests ago, he might see that move and he...
2 for 2.
He said the perfect word to describe it. It's with balance, doesn't it? Particularly for the...
To good advantage. With these two players, if they're in the scoreboard...
Jaswell, the first person I think of at the moment is Grant.
Again, the lazy...
Movements with time. There for Stokes in the outstretched hand.
There's Gill. Shouted deliveries on fourth stump. Day after day he would... Adjustment. And good...
Alice says, keep it full, facing 100 and see the...
Back foot. And the result, the boundaries galore already.
Pulling off his shots, these shot position, just a fraction, just a set. Good contact. And when you make good... And that's why England...
Make that 25 boundaries.
He's jumping in, he's seizing a moment.
As captain. Way there from Jaswell, that's a fancy.
And he started off. I think Yashasvi is very good at.
Here we go.
You do go through the stats. And a lot of the...
Dim may have gone all the way, has done. Width. He loves width outside the...
Offside. Spots one.
Would you as a coach or a captain look far more comfortable than first slip? Tong will try and...
Not much of a chance. It's not about asking Shubman technically open up a little bit to get a better...
You make an adjustment to from the other part of the game, which is working so well. Simple single ends the 42nd.
Almost read my mind there. Exactly what
Way for 4 surely with this outfield.